closer. Every day is a faded night. I get a little bit closer. Every day is a winding road. I get a little bit closer. Every day is a faded night. Oh, I get a little bit closer to feeling fine. Feeling fine. Feeling fine. You feeling pretty good? Every day is a winding road. Let's go, let's go. Every day is a winding road. 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 Yes, we can. Thank you very much.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Sheryl Crow performing before 75 or 80,000 cheering Democrats at the Mile High Stadium here in Denver. You are tuned to continuing coverage of the Democratic National Convention on Paltalk. We are coming to you live from Denver. I'm Gary Baumgarten. With me is Alan Jacey, our political correspondent. Please raise your hand if you want to participate in the conversation today. We're going to get to as many of the callers as possible. And we're going to keep with this, with gavel-to-gavel coverage. We're going to bring to you in a few minutes Governor Tim Kaine from Virginia, followed by a live performance by Stevie Wonder, and then remarks from former Vice President Al Gore as we move closer and closer to what everybody is packed in the stadium to hear, and that is the address by Barack Obama, the Democratic nominee for President of the United States. Have we heard at all, Alan Jacey, what Obama is going to be saying, which he's going to be focusing on? Or do we have any ideas?
From what I've heard so far, Gary, is that Obama will certainly be talking about fixing the economy and how the last 7.5 years has been a disaster under the Bush-Cheney administration. Those seem to be the keynote things that I've seen being reported on some of the news sites. I mean, it's no surprise he certainly is going to talk against Bush, Cheney, and the failures of what he believes the failures of their administration are about. And I'm sure he's going to slam John McCain as well for saying that he will continue some of these what he perceives to be failed policies of the Bush-Cheney time. And yes, he will be obviously linking McCain to that. And, as we've seen so far in the last two nights, they're going to do as best as they can to link McCain to Bush. So, obviously we don't have the text yet. It's still embargoed. But we will be bringing it to you live here on News Talk Online at paltalk.com, our extended coverage of the Democratic National Convention.
And for you Republicans out there, fear not, we're going to be covering the Republican convention as well, gavel to gavel in St. Paul, Minnesota. So you mentioned that the presidential candidate Obama will try to link McCain to Bush. Is that fair for them to do this, the Democrats to do this, to link McCain so closely to George W. Bush?
Well, Gary, I think it is fair only in that McCain has embraced so many of Bush's policies recently. He's changed many of his own positions that were opposing Bush. He was originally against Bush's tax cuts, and now he supports them. He was against the way Bush had prosecuted the war in Iraq. Of course, McCain will say that it was his idea or of the surge, which he believes has worked. And yeah, I think it's fair because it's politics. I mean, it's all fair in love and politics. So yes, I believe that Obama will certainly set the table to link McCain as closely as he can with Bush. With Bush's unpopularity, why wouldn't he?
Well, it's that a two-edged sword, so to speak, because on the one hand, the nation is clearly opposed to the continuing the prosecution of this war. People are very tired of the war, and McCain is associated very closely with the decision to go to war in Iraq. He supports the war effort, has from the beginning, and has stayed without changing his position, which we can't say for some of the other people who were running for president of the United States, including Hillary Clinton, whose position evolved. But on the other hand, he was in support of the surge, and the surge does appear to be working. And one might think that people who oppose the war don't oppose victory and might be with him when it comes to the surge that you mentioned.
Yes, Gary, that's true. And while McCain, certainly has the talking points on the surge and on the war in Iraq, Obama has continually stressed that Iraq was the wrong war, and that if any place where we should be surging, it should be in Afghanistan.